Erik Ten Hag comment suggests he is the solution to Manchester United problem. Ajax boss Erik Ten Hag has given another reason why he could be a good fit to manage Man United. As another defeat passes by with hardly a whimper from Manchester United, the clamour for a new manager grows further still. A 25-minute spell of defiance aside, United was meek and gutless as they were destroyed by their neighbours in what should have been a fierce Manchester derby but instead ended up looking more like lads versus dads lock down the park. The second half display was a new nadir as United managed to fall to even lower depths with the efficiency of a sinking ship. United was humbled, schooled, and once again put in their place, and instead of showing any sign of fight they simply gave up. Not to go all Roy Keane, but to only commit 8 fouls in a half in which you have just 21% possession, in a derby no less, is pathetic. They couldn't even get close enough to trip someone up, let alone win the ball. It's been well documented how for one 15-minute spell United had just 8% possession, which equated to a mere 72 seconds of being on the ball, as they completely surrendered to City and allowed them to see the game out in comfort. Even Peterborough United managed more and they sit bottom of the championship, below a team that has had 21 points deducted. At this point, laughing emojis really should be inserted. Another incredulous stat is that United didn't manage a single shot on goal in the second half. It's remarkable. It's a point that gets made to death but it deserves repeating. United had £222 million worth of attacking players on the pitch, and brought Marcus Rashford and Jesse Lingard on, but couldn't muster a single attempt on Edison's goal. For all of United's many problems on the pitch, a complete lack of creativity is one of the biggest. It's not Ralf Rangnick's fault. It's years of incompetence, mismanagement, lack of direction, focus, and planning. A hodgepodge transfer strategy that aimed to sign as many big names as possible for the biggest social media engagement rather than building a squad with coherence and players that fit together. United doesn't have any attacking plan, any way to actually build patterns of play, and methods to break teams down. Do you know why City scores from so many boring cutbacks? Because it's the easiest chance to convert and Pep Guardiola has drilled his players precisely on how to create those openings. In contrast, United has just thrown the equivalent of a small nation's GDP at a forward line but hasn't bothered to actually give them instructions. Could you imagine having such little care for any massive purchase you've made in your life? It's why Jadon Sancho took so long to find his best. Yes, there were growing pains coming to a more physical league with less space than in Germany, but at Borussia Dortmund, he had specific orders to follow. He knew exactly when and where he had to be to press, to create space, to receive passes, and where to pass the ball to. At Old Trafford, it seems like he was basically told go there and do what you do best. Ain't that helpful? Rangnick has made some improvements, especially with Sancho, but he is an interim manager who has little time to implement any style and little authority for it to stick anyway. Whoever the new permanent manager ends up being, they're going to have a lot of big decisions and hard work to do. One of their biggest tasks will be implementing a proper attacking strategy. This is why Erik Ten Hag is such an intriguing proposition. While Mauricio Pochettino certainly has more big league experience and would probably be the safer choice, the Dutchman might be the more pulse-raising option just because of the exciting and incisive football his Ajax side plays. The Amsterdammers have scored more than 100 goals this season already, and it's clear that Ten Hag's ideology is based on getting as many as possible. His side defeated RKC Waalwijk 3-2 at the weekend but nearly blew it as they sacrificed a 2-0 lead before grabbing a late winner to keep them ahead in the title race. After the match he spoke of how when his team was 2 goals up they should have been able to cruise to a heavy victory from that stage, but then criticized the blasé way in which they attacked, wasting too many chances. If it is 2-0 at half-time, then you should actually run to 5-0. That often happens, but not tonight. We escaped, he said. If it is 2-0 at half-time, then you should actually run to 5-0. That often happens, but not tonight. We escaped. This shows that Ten Hag values scoring a lot and wants his teams to win by big margins often, but not at the expense of the structure of his attack and, thus, the structure of his team. He emphasizes attacking but remains wary of the dangers of leaving yourself too open. A balance that United hasn't been able to get right in years. It's been a long time since United has played thrilling football on a consistent basis. Whether it's been the slow, possession-based attacks of Louis van Gaal, the defensive thinking of Jose Mourinho, or whatever it was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was trying to do, United has lacked goals. Ten Hag will bring them.